Hey guys, Ryan from Recovery Tattoo. I know it's been a while. I've just been really busy and work, things going on, is what it is. Life's happening. So I actually do have a couple of time lapses recorded, and I have I think 2 story times. They're not the best to me, so that's why I haven't put them out because they take so much time to edit. I have this time to make these videos and to tattoo, but then it takes almost just as long or longer to edit a stupid video. So tonight I'm just gonna straight go through, without shutting the camera off, so I don't have to do any type of real editing. I don't have to splice anything together. I'm just gonna bang this out. We're just gonna go right into it. One take all the way through, so it's really easy to edit and upload. We're just gonna do, this is a whole side topic story. Not side topic, just side story. It's at the time that I was in Concord State Prison, living on B. I was in B unit. There was 4. It was A, B, C, D upstairs. E, F, G, H. I was on B side anyways, and there's like 90 of us in there. Medium custody, right? So one of the times that the cops raided us, I still had it. I think I mentioned earlier. I was still going hard in prison. I maintained a habit. I caught a habit, and then I had to maintain it. I went a full year. I paid attention one time. I went a full year doing a piece of Suboxone every single day. And this was before people were putting in their eye and all this shit. We used to just put it in I would take my spoon, right, and take these little tiny pieces of the strips, and tiny pieces. I can't even tell you. And strips are going now for like $400. Back then they were like $150. I've been out of prison for a while, so either way, it's a shitload of money. Anyway, right? So I went a whole year doing a piece every single day. But so to do that, you have to be ready for urine tests. You got to be ready for everything, because I had a girlfriend at the time, and she came every single weekend to visit me. If you get a dirty urine at this time, when I was there, the rules have changed. When I was there, and for many decades, the rule was, if you got a dirty urine, you got upgraded, which means you went from medium custody to maximum custody. Mandatory, you lose your visits for a year, and then 100 days loss of everything. You lose your canteen, phone calls, literally any privilege, yard time, all that. You lose everything for 100 days, and you lose your visits for a year, and they upgrade you. Not upgrade you. What the frick is the word? You go up a grade in custody is all I'm saying. You go to max. You go from medium to high. And so I couldn't let that happen. And so I had to do a lot to keep a habit. It's fucking insane to have drugs on you all the time in there. And so we'd get raided. I did many years there, so I've been through many raids. But room searches every single day. Urine tests at this time were always done between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. only. They never did them any other time. unless you got told on or some shit like that, and like, you know, whatever, right? So, boom. What happens is I used to, because like I just said, right, about the urines being in the middle of the night, I can't get a dirty urine, which means I have to be ready for a urine test. So I would be awake all night and then I would sleep all day. I switched up my schedule because I had to do every single thing possible to make sure that I didn't lose my visits, because it's not her fault that I was still being a dumbass. It's just not fair. And I'm sure she would have been fucking pissed. So anyway, right? I would always walk around. I'm going to tell you my tricks and how I did everything. And we got fucking raided while I was sleeping. It's fucking gnarly, right? So listen to this. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to try to just free shade the rest of this in. I don't have a reference at the moment. So I got to just think about like where the light's coming from, and that's going to help me think of where the shading has to go. I'm going to use my Fold Pro 2 with the CNC Police Standard 3-round liner. At probably, I don't know, most likely like my voltage is going to be like between 5 and 6. 5.5 I use a lot. I'm going to start with 5.5. So actually sometimes, no, I'm going to use 5.5. We'll start with that. The thing is you can get the same result with a lot of the voltages, but you gotta match your hand speed to get the spacing of the dots that you're putting in there. And I move kind of quickly, and I forget about that. I gotta slow my ass down, be like, dude, relax. Relax. Think about what you're doing, kid. Alright. So, it's gonna be funny how I try and tell the story, and think about random where the shading's cut, everything's gotta go. Alright, so what I would do every day, right, is I would keep my Suboxone. And so how they did searches was they would just come on the block every hour to do their walkthrough, because there was no cops on the block or anything. There's 90 of us. So on one side there's there's, you know, a row of cells, and then with a staircase going up, there's a row of cells right above it, and then just a wall on the other side. So the way they did their searches is they would just come in, and you never knew you just never knew. Like, they would do, especially the random ones, when they were just walking around, all of a sudden they'd stop at the cell or your cell to do a search. You're like, shit. So the whole point is you don't ever just leave shit in your cell, ever. You don't stash shit in your cell, you don't hide it in your cell, you don't, nothing in your cell. Because even if you're in your cell, what they do right away is remove you from your cell, even if you're in it. So let's at least make sure that when you walk out of the cell, anything that's illegal like that, like drugs will give you a new charge too, if they want. So you got to make sure that you don't get once you walk out of your cell, you don't got any worries. You got to be as worry free, because otherwise you're getting busted. This is just what I'm saying. Especially if you had a habit and you had to do it every day. So that means you had to have it all the time. And I had to make it through searches all the fucking time. And this is how I did it. This is just how I did it. Probably this way doesn't work anymore, I'm sure. They've caught on to what's up. So anyways, right? What I would do is I would take my little strips and I would like use plastic from a trash bag and like wrap it into this just little like, dime size thing. But I would put it in the bag and then stretch it and then tie it and then do that again and then do that again and then do that again. And so I could put like 10, I could literally easily put like 10 layers on it, and it's still no size at all, like the size of a dime, and like maybe the thickness of two dimes, right? So whatever. That I would keep it in my mouth. Some people kept it in their crotch. Some people kept it in their butt crack, whatever. To me, I'm trying to think of the best way possible to get away with shit, right? So, in the mouth, because then you have options. You have options, right? If it's in your mouth, you have options. You can get rid of it, for one. For two, you can swallow it right away real quick without, and then you're all good, and then you just poop it out a day or two later, and you get it back, and it's got 15, it's wrapped 15 times, so okay, it's all good still. And like, what's better than that? If it's anywhere else, then you gotta like make movements and move around to do anything, and that's exactly what you can't do. And so I rolled around with it in my fucking mouth. Everywhere. I slept with it in my mouth. The only time it came out of my mouth is when I ate. And even then, sometimes I learned to be able to eat with it in my mouth too. Fucking crazy. But I slept with it in my mouth. I can't believe I did that. I never ever swallowed it. Never ever fell out. None of that. Crazy. But anyway, I would like stick it up into the corner of my mouth, in between my corner of my cheeks or whatever, right? So, boom. That's one of the ways I was able to get away with it. Because every time they searched my room, or me, it wasn't on my person, and it wasn't in my cell, and I could always get rid of it when it's in my mouth. I can swallow it, or take even if I got time, I could take it out and put it away. If you guys know what that means, in the safe. So I'm fucking sleeping one morning. The prison I was at, we had light switches, so we could turn our light on and off ourselves. And I wake up to a whole bunch of yelling for one, and two, a whole bunch of fucking a whole bunch of like stomping around. It sounded exactly like boots running around. And I finally come to, and I hear, the cops yelling at everyone, get down, go to your room, everybody. And they're coming in, and they're filing in. Like, they come in with enough cops to put 2 or 3 cops at every single cell. They came in, they came in and they ran so they were standing in front of every single cell right away. And so I look up and I'm watching, and I happen to be upstairs and down pretty damn far. So I'm watching, I look over, I look out my window, and I'm watching these fucking helmet wearing, padded wearing cops running by my room. And I'm like, holy fucking shit, right? So I take my the piece that I have in my mouth made up with my Suboxone in it, and I fucking go to put it away, right? Real quick, like I try to just real quick, boom, I reached around behind me, and I tried to just really quickly put it up there. And it kept, like, sorry to be disgusting, disclaimer, I guess, but I kept trying to fucking, with my finger, put it against the hole and just push it in. Because when they do big raids like this, you get stripped out too. So you got to put it away. It's the only option. Get rid of it or throw it away, right? And I was a drug addict at the time with a habit, so none of those ideas come to my fucking head. You know what I'm saying? There's no getting rid of it. Get rid of it? What are you, fucking crazy? They must be high. Anyway, so I literally, it kept slipping it was so small. It was like smaller than a dime this time, and it kept slipping past my finger, and I just kept trying to, like, take the tip of my finger out, push again, and then literally, so I only had like 5 seconds to do that, and all of a sudden there's a cop at my door screaming at me, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, turn around. What are you doing?" And I try 1 or 2 more times real quick, and I couldn't get it. And the cop has me to put my fucking hands up, right? And my pants and boxers are below my ass, right? And there's already cops yelling in the day room about other guys getting caught sticking shit, trying to put shit up their butt in the safe, right? So the cops are hip to it. So I turn around, and I have my pants and boxers below my ass. My Suboxone's just resting out. All he had to do was search me right then, and that's what's coming. He tells me to turn around, and I put my hands up, and I'm bare ass, but my light's off, and my TV's off. And he's like, what were you doing? What are you doing? He's like, are you trying to get rid of something? What are you doing? They were screaming at me. And I literally turn around, and I'm like, guys, I'm fucking sleeping. can I get dressed? They're like, what were you doing? What were you doing? I mean, they literally walked in. They saw me with my hand behind my back doing what I was doing. They fucking saw me. They saw, I know they did, because I waited till the last minute. I made them tell me more than once before I tried, because I kept trying, and it wouldn't go. And so I'm freaking the fuck out. They backed me up all the way to the door. And then I guess something happened or was going on 2 or 3 cells down from me. And the fucking cop walks away from my window. So he makes me back up, though, all the way to the door, which is where he's fucking standing, right? And I'm bare-assed. So I'm like really bugging out, because this is more than just a dirty urine. I could get outside charges getting caught with actual drugs. I was really freaking out. So fucking out of nowhere, he fucking leaves the side of my window. By the time I get to the door, backing up, he has me like pull my pants up or whatever. He's buying it for a second, and then I turn like halfway around, and so I can see from the corner of my eye. I'm at the doorway, and I can see him from the corner of my eye. And all of a sudden, he disappears. He just disappears. And I'm like, holy shit. And so I didn't do nothing just yet, right? Because all of a sudden, he came back. All of a sudden, boom, he's back at my window, looking at me. There's no window. It's just a square in the door, but it's where a window would be. So all of a sudden, he pops right back. And so I guess what he's doing is he's assisting something real close to me, but also holding my cell down until all the cells are like being watched, right? To shut the water off, everything. You couldn't flush nothing, you're screwed. So he disappears out of sight. I'm like, and then he comes right back. And then he disappears again. I'm like, oh my God. So I see the pattern, right? So I wait for him. He does it again. Boom, he comes back. He's looking at me. And then he disappears. And I fucking go right back to my ass, right? And I'm fucking trying. Boom, I'm missing. Boom, I'm missing. Boom, it keeps slipping past my finger. And I'm freaking the fuck out. Because there's 100 cops outside. Like, feet from me. And it keeps, I'm having all these chances, like I've had all these times. Oh my God. I would have rather have swallowed it than to have this stress, right? So he comes back. So then I stop trying because I know he's about to come back to the window, right? So then he comes to the window for a second, then he disappears. And then, boom, whatever. I was able to get it. I got it. Thank God. I was like, oh my God. And I put my hand right back on top of my head, and I didn't fucking move again. Because they're going to take us all out of there. They strip us out right there, but then they take us all to the gym as well and strip us out again and do the whole squat and cough and do a more thorough job. While they're in our block tearing it the fuck up, we have to sit there in the gym. So we don't even get to see. We don't even know. If you have shit in your cell, people, you can see it all over people's faces. You know who's got shit in their cell. All you gotta do is look around. I'm sitting there looking around. I'm like, yep, He's going to the hole. Yep. He's gone. Say bye to Jim. Type shit. Because you can see the worry of fucking hell. The wrath of fucking God on their face, right? It's sort of funny now to think of. I don't wish that upon anybody, but now I can just think back about it. It's fucking hilarious. And like the shit we'll do, how far we'll go, is really gnarly. So, fucking like I said, I got it. Boom. It's in. I'm like, oh my God, thank God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I felt so much better. And so finally, boom, all the cops get to our cells. They fucking strip us out real quick, handcuff us, and take us out of there. And they lead us all to the gym. And then they proceed to take fucking 5, 6, 7 hours to tear every single room up. Looking for shit. And so boom, that's just one time that I got lucky, right? But how the rest of the story goes is we're all getting walked to the fucking gym, right? And all over the place in the hallway, you keep walking by like little baggies, ripped plastic. You know, you can tell that people are trying to get rid of their shit or get stuff so they can get rid of it or keep their shit or put it away, you know? Whatever, right? Mine's fucking already put away. I was able to get it last minute, thank fucking God. And so we get to the gym and it takes literally 4 or 5 hours. And how they did it this time was after a few hours, all of a sudden they would open the gym door and be like, so and so, so and so, and they'd take them out of there, and they'd be gone. We'd be like, oh, they're going to the hole. Plus, at this time, you know everybody, so if you see who's going out, you know who they are, what they're into, and what's going on, right? And you're like, damn, fucking homeboy got, Gomez got busted, fucking, fuck, Pito's stash got fucking slammed, that sucks. They fucking know better, that kind of shit. And, this new kid that I kind of was vibing with. When you first move to the block, right? When you first move on, there's literal bunks just in the middle of the day room. Just in the middle of the day room. No dividers, no privacy, nothing. And you gotta live out there until the cell opens up. And you gotta make sure that you're cool with the person because usually that person already has friends. You know what I'm saying? Usually they already have somebody that they want in their cell. So you got to become cool with somebody that's going to want you in their cell. So this kid that I got cool with, I'd get a strip and then I'd keep him well for a few days, and then he'd get shit and keep me well for a few days, whatever, and it'd go back and forth like that, right? And he's somewhat new. And I ripped him off when he first got there. That's how we really first met. He gave me money for a full strip, and I just said, that he's beat. And we ended up becoming cool, and I made it right, whatever. So we're walking in line together, and he's telling me that he was only able to just put it in a fucking dirty sock right on the ground in plain sight, in plain view, right in front of his bed. I'm like, oh my fucking God, bro. And so like I like sat there and had to stress with him too, not about me though, but about him. And so whatever, literally half a day almost goes by waiting for this fucking shit, people getting called out, getting pulled out of there, getting arrested, whatever. And then they finally say we can go back. And so me and my boy were like wondering when we walk on the block if his strips are just gonna be sitting in the dirty sock still, or if it like maybe they put it in the dirty laundry bin, or they threw them in the trash because it was like a dirty, crusty sock just on the ground. So there was a chance of that, and there was a chance they found it, but since it was in the common area, they couldn't grab anybody. But either way, he was just more worried about not being sick in the morning, right? So fucking A. We're on our way. And we finally get there, and as soon as we walk in, we go straight to the bunks, and fucking homeboy shit is sitting right there in that dirty sock. In fucking straight plain view. Couldn't be any more plain view. Plain sight, I mean. Fucking insane. That kid got lucky that day for sure. And so did I. Unbelievably lucky. But I'm also willing to go pretty fucking far in situations like that to not get screwed over. So anyway, I got wicked dry mouth. I'm gonna pause this. So we're getting to the video. We're at 33 minutes. All right. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Actually, I'll put another bonus story in here, right? Bonus story that's similar, that it relates to the one I just told, right? So like, out of 7 years of having something in my mouth all day, 24 hours a day, no Diddy. I'm just playing. No, I've had drugs in my mouth for not, years and years and years straight. And you would think at some point that, like, yo, I gotta eat, right? What do I do when I eat? You gotta go to the cafeteria and eat food. What are you gonna do with the drugs then in the cafeteria in front of a bunch of cops 3 times a day, or 2 times a day, however many times you go, right? Yo, I swear to God, I got so cocky. I would leave. I would literally just take it out of my mouth and set it right there on like part of the tray that I could. And then I would eat my food. And then, like my last bite or something, I would make sure it was on there. And that's how I got it back in my mouth without putting fingers in my mouth. That the cops know what the fuck's going on. So that's how I would do it without anybody seeing. And I was sitting there with people, even in convicts, right? Right in front of me, right next to me, on either side of me. They'd never see it because it's just so out in the open. There's when no one expects that, right? So that always worked. And then on my last bite of food, I would just make sure that that was with it. I would separate it in my mouth and then swallow the food, and then I would have my shit in my mouth. Because the cops would search you coming out of the fucking calf too. So you gotta just have your shit put away at all times because you're getting searched all the time, and you never know when the random ones are coming, and you never know when you're getting told on, because you're getting told on if you're in the mix at all, period. It's happening. It's just these last couple generations are different. So anyways, that's how I would eat, right? That's how I'd get my meals in, right? So I used to play casino with this outlaw guy who he was an outlaw. He was in the outlaw motorcycle club, right? And he was in there on a 25 to life sentence for murder, and but he was a real good guy. He was a really good guy, and my family is associated with, um, you know, actually more than associated with, but whatever, in the 1%er world as well. So anyway, him and I clicked, and we played cards together. So one night, he was down at the tables waiting for me. He was shuffling up the cards or whatever, right? And so I was freaking starving. I think it was probably like 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night, whatever it is. Nighttime though. So I'm fucking starving. I whipped up a quick peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? And I made it up wicked fast. And I had to, I started stuffing it down my face immediately, right? And then I get literally like 2 or 3 bites in, and I realized that my fucking my shit's in my mouth. And I've been sitting there free eating for the first time in years, without thinking about it at all. And I was like, maybe it's still in there. Maybe it's still in there. I was searching through all the food that I was chewing on, and I spit it out because I didn't want to risk swallowing it. And it was gone. I swallowed it. It was that fast. And so like I panicked, even though I knew I was gonna get it back or whatever. But I was such a junkie that I didn't want to wait that long. I didn't want to feel like shit at all for not even a minute. It started ruining my days. Like it would ruin if I knew I was gonna be sick in a day or two. The day or two before I get sick, I'm like pissed off and like agitated and like, you know, totally give off the stay away from me vibes, because like you just know it's coming and it's gonna suck. And so I fucking and let me tell you this too, right? So like obviously the other option if you swallow something is you can vomit it up, right? There's plenty of ways to make yourself vomit, but I'm not able to do that I've never been able to do that in my whole life, make myself throw up, right? It doesn't matter, like, if I, stick my finger down my throat, if I fucking, drink the trick is drinking shampoo. That's what most people do. I guess that makes you throw up. But that's why I never, when I was smuggling shit, I never swallowed anything because I was too impatient. Wherever I was going, I want what I was bringing. I wanted it whenever I wanted it. Not, I had to wait till it goes through my system and all that shit. Fuck that. It's fucking crazy. Even though that's safer. Because cops know that you shove shit up your ass. Every fucking, they all know. It's the oldest trick in the book. Anyways, so, right? So what I start doing is he's like calling for me now at this point. So I'm taking my toothbrush. I start downing cup and cup after water. I mean, cup and cup of water. Back to back to back to back. Cup of water, bang, cup of water, bang, cup of water, bang, right? Because you got to think about it. I know in my stomach, it'll float. So, you fill your stomach with water. So when you puke, it comes out because it's at the top. Because you got it in all those baggies, you know what I mean? So I was downing water, and then I started shoving the end of my toothbrush down my throat. Over and over, it makes me dry heave, but it doesn't make me puke, ever. Not even a little bit, it just makes me dry heave. So I'm doing it, I'm fucking trying, I'm putting the fucking thing down there, so I'm hitting the back of my throat so hard and the sides that I'm bleeding now. There's blood all over the end of my toothbrush. But I'm drinking more water, whatever. And then all of a sudden, one time, I actually puked and it came up. It was like, the feeling was like, I didn't even have that much either. I'm just a bitch when it comes to being sick. Literally. I'm just a bitch when it comes to being sick. I turn into a total fucking woman on her fucking period. Worse. And it ruins my day before, knowing if I'm gonna be sick the following day as well, because I just overstress about everything, and it's gonna happen, and if I don't, whatever, it sucks. It's a shitty worry. Anyways, so yeah, I got it back. Fucking A, thank God. And so I end up cleaning myself up and put everything away, rah, rah, rah. Go down to my boys. I go down to the table where my boy's at. Or, I say my boy, but it's just because he's a guy. He's a full grown man. He's older than me by a lot. But we're good friends, so he's my boy. So anyway, I tell him the fucking story of what I just did and what I just went through. He thought it was funny because he wasn't carrying a habit. He would just do it whenever he wanted, here and there when he could afford it, like I should have been. When you can afford it, not just always be in debt for fucking shit because you have to do something every day or you're gonna be in bed crying like a bitch, having to have your celly change your butthole tampon. You know, I mean, I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. I go through it, and it is what it is. But I fucking hate it enough to where I think way ahead about everything, because I don't want it to just surprisingly all of a sudden I'm gonna be sick because I wasn't on my game. Fuck that. So, boom, there's a couple little prison stories. The gnarly shit we'll fucking go through just for, listen, the smallest pieces of sabacc. Some of you are gonna know. The other people aren't gonna know. Like, alright, so alright, so on this camera, we got this right here. Yeah, alright, so right here. Alright, so watch this. Do you see that the size of that square? I'm gonna put in closer. You ready? You see the size of that? Let me put it up to the tip of the tattoo needle. Let me put my finger in front of it. Just that right there is $15 worth. This would cost like $15, maybe 20. No joke. No joke. Keep a habit with those fucking prices. Jesus Christ. So, let's get back to the right angle. Is there enough space so you can see? Alright, so, yeah, bang. I talked for a lot. It's 47 minutes. Alright, boom. Like, comment, subscribe. I got stories for days. I got 2 or 3 already done and recorded. They're not, but they're all, they're wicked late. So like, I'm forgetting details, and I want to give good content, and I only have time after work, and and that's right around the earliest I could possibly start a video is midnight. But I still have to sanitize and build the station and be ready. Get ready and do it all. Rewrap, sterilize my machine again. Wrap it again. Fucking wrap my station, sanitize my station, wrap my station. I have to do everything. There's a lot. There's a whole bunch. So anyways, leave it in the comments right now if anybody watched this whole thing and can see like the very obvious mistake that I made. There's a very obvious mistake somewhere in this tattoo, and I'll give a hint in the line work. So in the line work somewhere in this tattoo, there's like a very obvious, oh shit, you weren't paying attention right there because you just fucked that up. I want to see if anybody gets it. All right. Let me think. Is there anything I'm leaving out? I don't know if you guys find this little tidbit cool, right? You see this thing right here? This thing right here, it was a drawing at first that I turned into a stencil and turned into a tattoo. It's a commencement coin. When someone gets when someone gets clean and they celebrate being clean, they get a commencement coin. And it looks like this. But he had a best friend there. This is a 65-year-old guy I'm talking about. He had a friend there. And I guess his friend drew him this exact thing, on paper. I didn't even trace this. I have a copy stencil printer as well as the thermal printer, and as well as I have 3 thermal printers, but one of them is also a copy printer. So I can just put an image in one side and put my stencil paper in one side and send it. And so it puts whatever I put in the front slot on a stencil. So that's what I did with their drawing. So it didn't change. I didn't change it at all. So he got it because his friend drew it, because he just earned it, and he wanted the coin with service, recovery, unity, and this right here is a silhouette of a mountain, and the treatment center he went to has a view, and in the view there's a mountain, and that's when where they would hang out and shit, and so like that's sentimental to him in that way. And that gentleman drew this, and this horseshoe at the top is to symbolize, that's how they spent their downtime together, is like playing horseshoes. Not every minute, every day or whatever, but like often, daily, they would play. And I tattooed this from the horseshoe to here, the commencement coin, this tattoo, I put on his hand this past Friday. And I put it on his hand shaded like this, the way it is right here. But in the drawing, there's actually little like lines, all like close together all the way through the whole thing. And I think if I do that, it'll kind of swallow up the whole tattoo. Even if I don't do solid lines, I can just do like little soft gray etched in lines or whatever. But I think I'm probably just going to leave it the way it is. The way he likes it, the way it is too. I'm going to do it on the skins because I want to see what it's going to look like with them there, and that's how it is in the drawing. Anyways, after this Daffy Duck one that you guys are watching me do, I'll try to put if I finish this tonight, which I don't think I will because there's a couple other projects I'm working on, but I'm finishing them up. I'll put it at the end of the video. I'll toss it up if it's finished, or maybe I'll just toss up because I don't know how long I'm gonna work on this. We'll see. If I finish, I'll put it at the end of the video. All right, guys. If you're still here, that means you're really part of the family. I fucking love and appreciate you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That's what pushes my video so other people can see it. YouTube, if you're not getting likes and comments or subscribers, they don't push your video out. They literally it's like your video is like half hidden unless somebody's like searching for it and knows the name of it. It's never going to be seen. So the more likes you get, or even dislikes and comments and conversation and subscribers, that's what tells YouTube's algorithm to throw suggest my channel and suggest certain videos way more people. All right? I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry to drag that out. All right, guys. Ryan, out. Hey guys, thanks for sticking with me. Like, comment, and subscribe, don't forget. And I'm just letting you know I did this very quickly just so I could get a video out for you guys. I got a few that I got to edit right now, but for some reason my editing app is taking forever and it's lagging and just not working. It just took me an hour just to generate captions. So I hope you liked the video. Love you guys. Ryan out.